I would want to touch on the Megabank scandal. I'm not done with it. I raised this since 2022, and now it's come back again in full force after the article of the Republic. We see how this bank was disposed of at a huge loss to the country, and to who the Parliament needs to investigate this, just like they investigated the oil scandal. This bank was bought in 2014 for 900 million, sold in 2023 for the same 900 million. It means a huge loss for the country, because 900 million in 2014 definitely is not 900 million in 2023 because of the depreciation of the dollar. At best, the equivalent was 600,000 in 2023 because of the depreciation of the dollar. In addition to that, this is a bank that has been sanitized, new management, new structures, new offices, and the real estate it owns. All of that put together, that bank was minimum $2.5 billion. And you sold it for 900 million.
I should say, though, that I interviewed the governor, and he said the bank was sold for more than $1 billion.
That's not true. They sold it for 900 million. And he knows that more than anybody else. Because when the minister was asked here, he accepted that. He just said that he doesn't know who bought it. And at the time I told him, how can you sell a bank like that when you have the courage to come and sit here and tell us you don't know who bought it? It was supposed to have been bought by somebody who Barrow has made an ambassador at large, who is not a Gambian, a Congolese, I understand. Is he a front for somebody? We don't know. Parliament should investigate that. The thing is, this bank was sold to somebody who walked away with a capital gains of at least 1.3, 1.4 billion, because the bank was seriously undervalued and sold. Now, you sell that to somebody who will be doing things that we don't even know about. That bank, when it was sold, it had liabilities. Some of those liabilities were written off. Why? Who gains from that? And coincidentally, awfully coincidentally, and you need to look into that and see, is there something here? This bank was sold for 900 million. And coincidentally, that was the same time the president's nephew, Amadou Sane, was loaned 900 million by this same bank. Should we be reading something here? Is there something there? I don't know. Parliament should investigate and tell us. What is happening around Megabank? There are these numerous cases of corruption. These are some of the reasons why the Auditor General, I believe, has been removed. Because the audit, we understand that the audit reports for 2021 and 2022 have been done. But the minister and Parliament are sitting on them. Why are they not out? Because I believe they must be adversely mentioning the government. Otherwise, they would have been too happy to say, oh, you see, they say we are corrupt. Now here the audit reports 21 and 22, and we are fine. If they didn't come out, it's because they are adverse to government. And they don't like what the Auditor General and his people did. So they removed him to bring in somebody who will be more compliant, more malleable, because they brought in Cisse, thinking that he was going to be malleable and compliant. When Karamba Toure left, he proposed and he recommended that they appoint one of his deputy auditors general or other people, directors in there who had the same qualifications and competence and could do the job. They refused all of those. They went to bring Cisse from outside and imposed him on National Audit Office. I'm sure hoping that he would be compliant, that he would do exactly what they wanted. It didn't happen that way. So they remove him so they can bury those audit reports. They will come out. We saw it in Senegal. Macky said he put his elbow on them. When he left, they all came out. These audit reports will also come out too. So I believe Cisse was removed because they are onto something. And the government doesn't want it to surface. So they try to stifle the National Audit Office. The next one who comes in might not be that compliant either. Or and even better, I hope that the court rules in favor of Cisse and he's brought back, and this other one can just go and do something else. Particularly if you remember, this court, the one who was brought in is already embroiled in issues elsewhere, Gaufer, and you bring him in to become Auditor General when he's embroiled in issues elsewhere. I would have issues with that. That's for me, it's a red flag. Somebody who has a case to answer with Gaufa, you bring him in as Auditor General? Come on, man. What are they thinking? But, Peter, that is what is happening in this country. We go from one wrongdoing to another, one scandal to another, or as we say, saga to another, and they just hope that we will forget that one until the next one comes up, and we move on. We have a host of scandalous cases in this country over the past 9 years. And this government is doing nothing about it. They told us recently, we are prosecuting about half a dozen cases. That should have been done a lot.